Hello, my name is Nicole Green, and this is my case study presentation 2 for SPCE 638. Client description. So Sally is a 3-year-old female of Hispanic background. She was diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder in September of 2020. She is an only child and lives with her mother and father. Sally attends ABA therapy twice a week, one session from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. and the other from 9 a.m. to 1:45 p.m. On the day with the shorter session, Sally attends speech therapy. For 3 days a week, Sally attends school in an ESC classroom. Sally has limited communication, social, and adaptive skills. She is currently learning sign language and using PECS to identify what she wants. When she cannot communicate what she wants, Sally often resorts to self-injurious behavior, crying, yelling, and tantrums. So the behavior of concern today is yelling. The operational definition of yelling is any instance of yelling/screaming above conversational level for any amount of time. An example would be when the client lets out a high-pitched scream while looking at the therapist. A non-example would be when the client falls and lets out a scream before starting to cry. So the function of behavior and assessments done. A functional behavior assessment, also called an FBA, was conducted at Sally's initial intake. During observations and through interviews with the parents, it was concluded that Sally's yelling is maintained through attention from others, to escape from a task, and to access tangibles. Through Sally's time in ABA therapy, the behavior was increasing rather than decreasing, and a functional analysis, also called an FA, was done on Sally to truly understand the function of behavior. The FA concluded that yelling is mainly being reinforced through attention. It was noted that an increase in yelling occurred when Sally's RBT or caregivers would be eating, drinking, looking at their phone, or speaking with others. Also, Sally did not engage in this behavior with a novel person. The interventions being implemented. So we're going to be going over task list B9 to find and provide examples of operant extinction. The interventions being implemented currently are man for attention alongside planned ignoring. Once the function was determined, Sally's yelling was officially put on extinction by implementing planned ignoring whenever the behavior occurred. Planned ignoring is when the target behavior is no longer being reinforced with attention. In order to replace the behavior with something that is functional and still gets what Sally is motivated for, examples being attention, we also implemented a man for attention program. Since Sally is nonverbal, Sally must either tap others' arm or shoulder to gain their attention. Was the function socially mediated? So task list B7 to find and provide examples of automatic and socially mediated contingencies, as well as task list B8 to find and provide examples of unconditioned, conditioned, and generalized reinforcers and punishers. Based on Sally's functional behavior assessment, functional analysis, and parents' interview, the function was deemed attention maintained and therefore socially mediated through access. When Sally engages in yelling, she obtains reinforcement through adult or staff attention. The attention received is a conditioned reinforcer, as Sally has learned that if she yells, then she receives the attention from people. Examples being, "What's wrong, Sally?" as well as physical attention such as hugs or being held by family members. Stimulus control. Task list B10 to find and provide examples of stimulus control. Something that's interesting about Sally's yelling behavior is the stimulus that causes the behavior to occur. During Sally's functional analysis, we noticed that she only engaged in yelling behavior when her therapist was in the room. This lack of stimulus control with the yelling behavior is also evident when I work with her. Her prior therapist is now the BCBA on her case, and an increase in yelling behavior occurs during supervision. She always engaged in yelling when the BCBA is eating, but not with me. I am still new to her case by a month, but the lack of generalization and stimulus control with this behavior in myself is beneficial, and we hope to see the continued decreasing trend in yelling as time goes on.